Hey, how are you?
I'm okay.
My name's Jill. I'm a counselor here.
Okay.
And this is my therapy dog, Sheldon. Are
He's
you okay if he's
cute.
in the session?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I just wanted to start. Let me tell me a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Jess. Um, right now, I don't know. I'm not really doing much in life,
Okay.
honestly. Like, I'm taking a break from work because I don't know, I feel really depressed and
Okay.
like anxious and like I was calling out a lot and like I couldn't really be like attentive. So I'm just trying to like, I don't know, like focus on me and just like figure out, I don't know, just figure things out, I guess.
Yeah, I hear it sounds like you're really struggling. Kind of
Yeah.
loss of interest in what you used to love to do.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't really have many friends. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, before we start, I'm just going to review this informed consent with you. So
Okay.
there's a couple things, and then we can kind of jump in and see what you want to talk about.
Okay.
The first is just that you're consenting for treatment. You want to be here. We are being recorded for student sessions. So I just want to make sure you're okay with that.
Okay.
Okay, great. The next is just confidentiality.
Okay.
So what that means is I can't share your information with anyone that you don't consent to sharing with. If
Okay.
there's anyone you want to share it with, I can have you sign a release of information.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about that now if you don't want to.
All right.
The only caveats to that, right, is if you're a harm to yourself, someone else, or there's like elder or child abuse going on. And, we would talk about that. I wouldn't just spring that on you. I'd let you
Yeah.
know kind of what's going on.
Okay.
And then your insurance is paying for treatment. So you're good to go there.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And then as far as sharing information, do you have anyone else on your team, psychiatrists, doctors that you kind of want to be involved in this?
Um, Probably my psychiatrist.
Okay, cool. Well, when we're done the session, I'll just have you sign a quick form, and we can kind of figure out what you want to share with him.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So jumping back into what you were talking about,
Yeah.
tell me what prompted you to make this appointment and kind of come in.
So I've been like in nursing school for a while.
Okay.
There's just like a lot of pressure and it's like really stressful. I'm just like, I don't know, I've been like super like anxious about my grades because like I want them to be like perfect. I want like straight A's, but I guess that's like not like realistic. And like I've just started having a lot of panic attacks and then
Mm,
like I get depressed that like I'm having panic attacks because I just want to be like a normal person and like not have to deal with that. So now I'm just like trying to figure out like how to learn how to like deal with it, I guess, in like a
yeah.
healthy way.
Yeah, that sounds really scary. I
Yeah.
remember when I was going through school, the pressure of school and just the
Yeah.
assignments and trying to have a life outside of that, it can be a lot.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in any kind of therapy before?
Um, a little bit. I had like a therapist in the past, but like I didn't really like him.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What didn't you like about him, or what did you like? What did you get out of
Um,
therapy?
it was just like kind of surface level, honestly, but I think that was mostly on me because like I felt awkward.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure.
Okay, cool. Well, the
Yeah.
cool thing is there's no expectations here, no pressure. We can kind of just figure it out and see where it goes.
Okay.
I have a lot of different modalities we can use, and kind of see what works best for you,
Okay.
to kind of make sure we're helping you. So it sounds like the depression and just kind of the like isolation between nursing
Yeah.
school and all that is what's really
Yeah.
you're struggling with.
Yeah.
Um, have you prior to this like experienced any depression or things like that growing up or?
I mean, yeah, I've always had like anxiety
Mm-hmm.
and like a little bit of depression, but now it's like the depression is like so much more like overwhelming. And then like I just get even more anxious because of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that sounds really tough.
Yeah.
You know, have you learned any skills in the past on how to deal with like the depression or like the isolation or the panic and anxiety?
Um, Mostly just like breathing skills, honestly, and like sometimes it doesn't always work.
Yeah,
And then I don't know, I guess sometimes more like negative coping mechanisms,
yeah,
I would say.
yeah. It's definitely hard when someone tells you to just breathe.
Yeah, because I'm like, I would do that if that worked.
Yeah, it's a good thing oxygen's free.
Yeah, it
Ah,
needs to be.
it needs to be. Okay, cool. So it sounds like that's kind of what we want to shoot for in this session.
Okay.
Not this session in particular, but just
But like,
going
yeah.
forward, developing some skills and really just exploring, right? I mean, the
Yeah.
sessions are yours. Whatever you want to bring up, there's no
Okay.
expectations to show up in any certain way.
Okay.
And we can kind of just roll through it and see what works for you and what
Okay.
doesn't, you know?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah. Anything else you want to share, or do you want to jump into like learning some skills, or
I don't think there's anything else to share like right now.
yeah, the first session can always be awkward.
Yeah.
I can tell you a little bit about myself if you want, just like
Yeah.
so you don't feel like you're the only one sharing, but
Yeah. That would be cool.
okay, cool. Well, like I said, I'm a counselor here. I went to school for clinical mental health counseling. I have worked in the field for a really long time doing all sorts of DBT skills and grounding skills, working with clients kind of all ages and all facets. In my free time, obviously I have my little pup Sheldon. He's a great little,
He's cute.
companion service dog. I always try. That's why I asked you if you were allergic to dogs before,
Yeah.
we made the appointment, but he can always be here too. I like to read. Do you like to read?
Yeah, I like a lot of like horror books, I think.
Horror.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay. Any podcasts or anything?
I don't really listen to podcasts, but
Okay.
I feel like I kind of want to like get into it.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm a
into
big
them.
crime junkie fan. I don't know if you've heard of
Okay.
Crime Junkie, but
Okay.
it's like
I feel like
true
I have.
crime. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that's fun. Cool. I
Yeah.
also like true crime and horror. I surf.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to learn.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
Cool. And those are the kind of things too, right? That like going back to what you were saying before, when you're feeling depressed or withdrawn or anxious, finding those
Yeah.
hobbies and like connections.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess like I could get back into like a lot of hobbies that I've kind of like lost over time.
Yeah. And it makes sense, right? Like it's nothing to be like
Yeah.
ashamed of, or,
Yeah.
we can definitely start to explore those things a little further.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that's gonna end our session today. Do you have anything else you want to share before we kind of wrap up?
I don't think so. I feel like I normally have questions, but like not like right away, like as like we're going along.
Yeah, cool. Well, like you have my number. You have like a Google text number. I
Okay.
respond during business hours, 9 to 5. You can always
Okay.
text, shoot me an email, and I can respond the next business day.
Okay.
You have all the crisis numbers on your paperwork.
Okay.
And then we will just get your consent signed in the front for your psychiatrist.
Okay.
We can connect with
Cool.
him and kind of go from there.
All
And then we'll
right.
make your next session.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. All right. I'll see you soon.
See you. I think we did good.
Wait, it's not done.